Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. This reading is about overarching energies for 2022 for you. Very exciting. I feel excited about 2022. I have to tell you, I think it will be a better year. All right, I always ask you guys to pick the stone that draws you. That's where your intuition comes in to choose the message that's right for you. And these are piles. I have a card from each of 4 decks. So let's see what we have. Overarching energy for your 2022. For those of you who chose this lovely red stone, well, we'll save the good tarot card for the last, but we've got the Chariot from Arcanum deck. We've got the Ten of Swords, but reversed from the Rider-Waite, and we have the King of Cups from the Light Seers Tarot. Wow. And this is from the good tarot. We will use that at the end. Okay. So the Chariot and the King of Cups and the Ten of Swords reversed. So I don't know what's been going on for you in 2021, but that Ten of Swords suggests to me, because it's reversed, it's really the meaning of that card is whatever's been difficult for you, maybe even brought you down. And it can be words, it can be others' words, it can be thoughts, your own thoughts. It can be just a number of things that almost just feel like it just floored you. But, or even a sense of betrayal, even a sense of being a martyr a bit and giving up your own interests. Now, that's a 10. That's a completion card. And because it's reversed, we know you're coming out of it, whatever it is. So I like that a lot. And the Chariot, maybe you're coming out of it partly because you're being pulled forward. So in 2022, obviously there is something that is just going to kind of pull you forward through the heavens. There's going to be some real energy in 2022 for you. Some real change. But I think welcome change with these 2 cards. Welcome change that it's sort of like, I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to shift. Something you've been wanting and needing, but maybe it's even hard for you to put your finger on it. In 2022, something's going to surprise you, and it will be a good surprise. Now, the Chariot can sometimes be a little bit like, oh gosh, I don't have control over this. This movement forward, it's exhilarating, but it's a little bit scary. I'm rocked about here. But now this King of Cups tells me it's going to be just fine because you're going to ride out any waves. Remember, in the Rider-Waite, he is in a throne that is actually on the water. It's floating on the water. So the King of Cups he keeps his cool. Not only that, but he is pretty good at identifying with his emotions, with understanding them, with connecting with his intuition. He's mature. He's the mature figure in the cups. So that means that maybe when he was younger, he had difficulty sometimes getting a little bogged down in the emotion, or being too swayed by the emotion, or what have you. But now that he has maturity, and remember, this can be male or female, it's just all of that understanding, all of that work he's done emotionally has only served to increase his insight, his ability to weather storms, his ability to understand what's going on with other people and actually be a calming force for them. So, wow, I see a liberation here, a pulling forward, and none of it knocks you too far off your balance. right? Because the King of Cups always kind of finds that center again. Very intuitive, very mature intuition with the Cups figures. Wow. So that is growing. I feel like you're going to, like, that has been growing, like, partly through suffering, frankly. That has been growing for you. And this is perhaps the year where, wow, now I understand why that needed to grow, because I can make the best out of a situation that actually is an opportunity. And I can liberate myself. So if some chariot pulls you forward, know that it's a good thing. Let us see what the good tarot, what the clarifier for this is. 2 of air. So that's the 2 of swords. So there is indeed, there is something to decide. Like, so we have two horses with the chariot here. We have 2 swords here. So that is about something to, maybe you're going one way or the other. There's a fork in the road. Difficult to make a decision perhaps, but not really, because we have the intuition over here. I think that's saying you might be pondering a change in direction. Do I do plan A or plan B? A decision to be made in 2022. And you're not in any hurry. You're not in any hurry. Part of it is you're just going to have to see where life takes you. Part of that is, there are forces here beyond your control that are positive with these cards, but you're going to have to see where life takes you. So it's okay to not have to make the decision right away, but there may be 2 options you really are kind of keeping in balance. And maybe that chariot helps you to know which one to take. It kind of pulls you forward and brings you to a place where there's your answer. But now the 2 swords can also be like 2 plans, 2 ways of looking at things, 2 analyses that are being kept in balance. They can be the plans of 2 people. They can be the way of looking, a viewpoint, of two people. And it's just being kept in balance. Some people are very gifted in seeing things from different perspectives, and that could be about that too. Very interesting set of cards. I think very positive, very positive. So congratulations. For those of you who chose the light blue and bright blue stone, we have, and we'll save the good tarot card for last. It's so beautiful. The Light Seers Tarot says Queen of Cups, the 6 of Swords for the Arcanum deck, and the Hermit for the Rider-Waite. Very interesting. Good cards. Good cards. Now, the 6 of Swords is suggesting that you are moving slowly. And this would have already begun, by the way. This is not quick. Maybe there have been things that have been difficult, things you've learned, clarity you've gotten. All those swords, that's intellectual gold there. That's knowledge. That's understanding. That's logic. So with the benefit of what you've learned, you're very gradually moving into calmer waters. You're heading toward the good shore, the good place to be. The Queen of Cups says, boy, you've got the maturity. You've got the intuition. You understand emotion. You understand people. All that you've been through has only served to make you wiser, which will benefit your future, and more intuitive, more insightful, more nurturing, compassionate, empathetic. This may have been a time in your life when that has really matured. And the Hermit, now that's a spiritual card. That's a major arcana. That's about hearing from the other side. It's about being guided from the other side. It's about having grown into the ability to just receive all that you need spiritually. When you pause and you let it in and you receive that. A very spiritual card. That Hermit is very strong. You know, that Hermit can take situations that other people might feel very uncomfortable with, have difficulty tolerating. The Hermit is just all lit up from the inside. You know, the Hermit can take whatever and just have wonderful spiritual experiences and insights, actually. And the Hermit can also be the strength of a guide helping you. You're hearing that guide more. Very spiritual card, though. Well, and the Queen of Cups suggests the maturity to be able to benefit spiritually. The intuition to be able to hear, so-called hear from the other side. Making your future brighter and better. Calmer. Looks like 2022 for you will be going into calmer waters. Excellent cards. Let's see what the Good Tarot has to say about it. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so there it is. Yes, so this is saying, please look on whatever it is you've been through, emotional, perhaps, you know, a sense of regret or a sense of loss, whatever it is you've been through with these swords in the past, please know that 2022 is going to be moving beyond that. And you look at the cups that are upright. You don't look at the spilled cups, the regrets or the losses or the sadnesses so much anymore. You're looking at the two cups that are ascending, that are full. So that is really, boy, this is an encouraging reading, I feel like. And you know, you may have to take it on faith a little bit because you're moving toward the more hospitable shore. You're moving into the calmer waters. Things are getting better, but it may feel very gradual. So you may have to take it on faith. And this would be saying, Source saying to you, please look to what's ascending. You do not need to look back. You do not need to dwell on the sad things or the wish it would have been different things, because you're moving in, you've matured with this Queen of Cups, and you're moving into a much nicer place. And it is because of your spirituality. So if your intuition is telling you things are getting better, you bank on that. You believe that, because that's what these cards are suggesting. All right, very interesting set of cards. Very good reading. Okay, for those of you who chose the pink opal, we have, and we'll leave the Good Tarot card at the end here, we've got, the High Priestess. In the Arcanum deck, you've got the Page of Coins in the Rider-Waite, and you have the Eight of Coins in the Lightseer's Tarot. So the High Priestess, my goodness, now that's a very spiritual card. That's the oracle. I mean, that's the woman who knows things because of her intuition, who has a deep connection with the spirit realm, who just seems to know the right thing to do. She doesn't necessarily always say that. It's this knowing. She believes it too. She knows that she can hear from the other side. She can be led and guided by the other side. She knows that. Experience has taught her this. So that's a good place to be in your spiritual journey. The Eight of Coins suggests at the same time that you might be quite productive. And the Page of Coins, at the same time, you might be really doing well financially, building things, on the practical side of things. You're doing great there too. So you can do both. You can do both using your newfound, I don't want to say newfound, more deeply developed. Maybe that is a newer thing in your life, this deeply developed intuition, and that just grows over the next year. But at the same time, you're quite productive. You are given an opportunity and you take an opportunity to increase your wealth, perhaps your health, but the focus is terrific, and the work it absorbs you. It's not burdensome. We have no cards suggesting burden here. We have cards suggesting opportunity, and we have cards suggesting productivity and learning. We don't have any sense of burdensome. And very interesting to me that at the same time you're really moving forward in the practical realm, you're also moving forward in the spiritual realm. It's a coming together year for you. 2022 is. Of course, you're actively engaged in making it come together too. Let us see what the good tarot card is. The 6 of Coins. So this is all about stability, isn't it? It's about stability. This is about generosity too. It's like, gosh, not only are you grabbing opportunities and making the most of it, but you're also able to give. So if there's somebody in your life that depends upon you, you're definitely there for them. If there is somebody, that you need to lift up a little bit, maybe you always have in your mind the idea to help in a practical way. And so it could be charitable giving, but it could just be giving a hand up to people who are having a tough time, people who have less advantage than you, people who are down. Very interesting. It's like you've earned a place that is higher now. But out of that comes generosity. So, boy, we have a lot of abundance. We have a lot of abundance in 2022, but it is abundance that you're actively engaged in creating. And your intuition is guiding you in it as well. You could be learning a lot of things. See, the 8 of Coins can also be like the Apprentice card. You could be learning a lot in the way of intuition as well in 2022, in the way of spirituality and the greater mysteries. So interesting. Somehow that could bring more wealth into your life too. Terrific set of cards. Well, I sure hope this is helpful to you. I know that you'll have a good 2022. Thank you all so much, and blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.